We're starting from the top.
Huh?
Yeah.
How's the lighting?
But, woo!
Look at my ring light in my eyeballs.
Okay. I'm fine. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Cindy.
And I'm Erica.
And this is Wifing Around. In this video, we want to talk about 3 hikes that you need to do in Tucson this winter before it gets too hot. It's the perfect time of year. Even when it's cold, it's in the 50s and 60s. So this is the time to get outside and experience nature.
Number 1.
Slingshot Trail and Mosaic Loop. This is on the west side of Tucson between Speedway and Anklam. It's 3 miles, it's a loop, and it's pretty easy to access if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to be able to hit the trail a little bit and get out in nature.
Also, this one's dog friendly, and that is something we try to look for Zisu.
She's part Corgi and part Shiba Inu, and she thinks she's a cat. I love you, Zisu.
We could do this all day, and she would never complain about it.
She's not sad. So the app we like to use as far as finding trails in Tucson is All Trails, and on that app, this hike is rated as moderate. I would say it's like easy to moderate. There isn't a lot of elevation gain. I think it's like 272 feet total in the 3 miles. And there's a couple of rocky patches. If you're looking to get into hiking, it's a great trail to try it out.
Maybe you have some family that says they want to hike. You could even take someone younger who's trying to get into hiking. There's definitely a few spots where you could add some mileage if you wanted to do a little bit more of an elevation gain. I did see like a little turnoff that I tried to go up erroneously because I'm terrible at navigating. But so I think you could add a little bit more challenge in there if you wanted to.
And there's some really great views. There's a really cool crested cactus on this trail. In some places you can see like the houses in the neighborhoods, but for the most part, even though it's between 2 major streets on the west side of Tucson, you do feel like you got away.
I think you start at Painted Hills Trailhead, and right there is a good parking lot. It probably holds like maybe 15 cars. All of the signs along the trail make it really easy to follow. You'd have to really try to get lost. I do think that it's important. Not only do we do a little research on what trail we want to do, but we also make sure to have that trail downloaded.
Sometimes when you're on a trail, you'll be in like not good service. It's a great way to be like, it's okay, I have this offline map.
Yeah, it's like technological magic, which I really think would have been valuable for the gent we passed.
We are, we use this app, and this guy is coming towards us and he goes, hey, do you guys know how long this trail is? He's coming in the opposite direction of us.
And I'm like so proud of myself because I'm trying to navigate, and I'm like, yeah, 3 miles.
No, it's longer than that. And we just didn't even know what to do with that information. We're like, well, then you tell me how long it is. Almost like he walked up to us and said, good evening, is this available? And we said,
yes, it is.
Please leave me alone. We are sleeping. Thanks. The reason we say do this trail now is there's like no shade. It's full sun the whole time. So take advantage and go check it out. Number 2.
Painted Cave via Yetman Trail.
We like this trail so much that we did it. And then literally a week later, we did it again because we had so much fun. We had to show my brother. He came into town.
Whoa.
It's about 4 miles, and it's an out and back.
It's in Tucson Mountain Park on the west side again, a little bit farther south. I feel like it's kind of close to Saguaro National Park West.
Yeah.
It's got that vibe. Lots of saguaros. It's like you stepped into a painting.
It is exactly what you'd imagine for a desert landscape.
There's one cactus that looks like it's trying to give you a hug. Give that cactus a hug. Tucson Mountain Park is a no-dog park.
We lied to Zisu. We told her we had to run some errands.
They're pretty strict about it, and their reasoning is that dogs create certain scents, and they are really trying to preserve the wildlife in the area, which is apparent because it's everywhere.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Definitely like a really healthy area, lots of wildlife.
This trail is rated as moderate on All Trails.
I would say it's moderate.
It's about 370 foot elevation gain. The first little bit, that part's pretty easy.
There are some like rocky, well maintained, but like rock step kind of stuff. And then also there's definitely like several wash crossings, so a lot sandier. You definitely want to pay attention when you're crossing the wash, because where does the trail lead off and then sort of where does it pick up?
It's a good step up from the Slingshot Mosaic Loop. It's like, oh, I like this, I should try this.
Navigating your way to the trailhead is not bad at all. It's a dirt road past several residences. There's obvious signage that says like, please don't park here, hikers. So just keep going. There's totally plenty of room for parking.
Now there's 2 highlights to this trail, which is why why we're recommending that you check this out.
Yeah.
The first is Bowen House. It is a homesteader house from the early 1900s. A man and his wife, last name of Bowen. I think he was like the editor of the Arizona Daily Star back in the day. They settled in this stone house, and it's just what's left of this house.
All the walls are standing. The foundation is great.
We always play this game. Okay, this is the bathtub, for sure. Toilet on the other side. And then kitchen, which like, what a cool view.
All the windows are gone, and you can sit in these windowsills and take really great pictures where you have all of these saguaros as your backdrop.
It's very Instagrammable. Stupid. But it's a great spot for a picnic. Take some kids. It's only like a mile or so into the trail. So Bowen House is cool, but the real pièce de résistance is the Painted Cave. It's this tiny little cave that's in a hill, and inside of it are petroglyphs. And they are in pristine condition, and they are incredible.
It was really cool.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
I think it was maybe something that was discovered, and people try to keep and protect and sort of keep a bit of a secret.
So if you're watching this, shh, it's a secret. It's something that we want to share, but also we want to make sure that we're all taking really good care of it, because it's a treasure that's here in Tucson.
And part of protecting things is trying to not overuse and make sure that you really legitimately do not leave a trace.
It's kind of unmarked, so you have to keep an eye on your apps. That's where a lot of the elevation gain is, and it starts to get a little scrambly the closer you get to the Painted Cave, and you're like kind of traversing a hill, essentially. There's no shade, so this is definitely one to do this time of year or early in the morning, because you're gonna get real hot in the summer.
Another risk in the summer, because we crossed the wash several times, is the monsoons. And the last thing you want to do is find yourself caught. I would definitely give this trail 5 stars.
This would also be a great trail if you're going on a date and you really want to impress your date. Like, hey, you want to go on this hike? It's 4 miles. Then you can be like, oh my God,
Look at this really cool hike. Don't you want to date me more?
No, it's a really good hike. We cannot recommend it enough.
Number 3.
Agua Caliente Loop. This is
I
probably
liked it.
one of my favorite trails in Tucson. Now this is on the other side of Tucson, on the east side, kind of near Mount Lemon-ish.
Is that Catalina Highway?
It absolutely is. This is definitely the next step up from the previous 2 hikes. And this is also the longest hike that we're gonna recommend in this video. It's 6 miles.
We're still going uphill.
You gain about 1,300 feet.
Still going uphill.
And you're pretty much navigating between 2 canyons, Agua Caliente Trail and La Milagrosa Trail, in this nice little packaged loop that you can totally do in a day. And it's free. These are all free.
This one is also dog friendly. Just on a leash and pick up your poops.
Oh. Usually when she gets too excited, she just has to poop about it. I understand.
This is labeled as moderate in all trails. It's not hard, but it's definitely leaning on the other side of moderate compared to Painted Cave and Yetman Trail. Obviously, there's a lot more elevation gain. It's longer, but it's also a lot of up and then down and then up and then down.
What do you think?
I feel fantastic. It almost kind of balances out though, because you're climbing and you're going up and you're going up and you're kind of starting to get a little tired, and it'll flatten out or go down at just the right moment where it's dynamic and fun and a workout, but you're not like just wanting to die the entire time.
You actually park just outside of a private neighborhood drive.
Have a safe and wonderful adventure.
That's so nice. And you walk down that for about half a mile.
Yeah, if that.
Free pizza? Well, Dick Nichols, you done outdone yourself.
And then you can make your choice. You can go to the right as you're walking in, and that is Agua Caliente. Or you can go to the left, which is what we did, and it's La Milagrosa. I definitely preferred La Milagrosa Trail. Maybe I was just more tired coming down Agua Caliente, I don't know.
I mean, it was a workout. Like, there were
great.
switchbacks. It was an incline.
Gotta look at the view. Okay, take a break.
And the views
Oh my gosh.
are breathtaking.
It's almost like you end up on a fin between the two.
Canyon over here. And then you go this way. There's a canyon over here.
Fantastic. Apparently there's a bunch of rock climbing routes down in there, so if you're into that, that's also an option.
It's also an advanced mountain biking area, so we saw a couple mountain bikers going through.
There's a lot of like change in terrain.
Totally different down in the canyon.
Even the dirt. It's like sandy.
And then there's a couple other spots where there might be a couple really cute little waterfall spots.
Leave it to Zissou to find the teeny tiniest amount of water. This would be a really pretty waterfall.
Would it?
Yeah, honestly, I would even wait until the spring and the snow melt, and that would probably come down into that canyon, and it's just a really beautiful hike. Now, if you are afraid of heights, bring a friend, bring someone to grab onto, because there's a couple points where the trail does get narrow and you're high up. I wouldn't say don't do it because it's a super safe trail, but be aware that that's something that you might have to confront.
You definitely would want to have some sort of shoe that you're really comfortable in, that you actually go hiking in, whether it's a trail runner or hiking boot. Probably bring your hiking poles.
My knees were freaking killing me by the end on the way down.
It gets like a lot more rocky and kind of not scrambly, but
it's gravelly while you're coming down, so you really have to watch your step.
make sure you pack enough water.
At least 3 liters, at least.
Yeah, pack some snacks and plan to spend half a day, because you want to stop and check out the views, maybe take some pictures, sit down and have a picnic.
Cheers. Cheers.
Really have a great time. The trail's easy to follow.
Trail goes this way.
And when in doubt, like the All Trails app, and like we are not sponsored by them, but it's really nice because the second that you're off trail, you just see where you are compared to, you know, the line. There is no cover. Like, you do this in the summer, you gotta do it at night, honestly. Like, you can't even do it because it'll bleed into the day and it's gonna get too hot.
Zinc provides a physical barrier.
Got real extra on this.
No,
You did, but you know what? Fine.
I'm a ghost. Do this hike, it's so good. So those are 3 hikes that you can try. Let us know in the comments if you've done these trails, what you think about them, and if you're in Tucson, what your favorite trails are to do this time of year.
Thanks for watching. We hope to see you out on the trails from a safe distance.
And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe.
This is how you walk with long legs.
Okay. Or like a tin soldier, maybe.
Oh, sorry. How about this?
Do I not move the top of my body?
Oh, sorry. And then me, I'm like,
You and Zissou have the same.
I know.
Aw, I love you guys.
I love you.